Hi, I'm James Kruger with Premier Training and Personal Development, and I'd like to welcome you to the midway point, day 3 of the 5-day Find Your Purpose Challenge. So a little housekeeping before we get started today. Let's look at, make sure we're reviewing our What I Want worksheet and keeping your whys in front of you, why you're doing this purpose. And then also check your action item list to make sure that everything on that list is getting tracked and you're making progress towards completing those tasks that are on there. This could have been some things you put on there from day 1 or day 2 already. Also, look at your resource list. There should be some ideas on there and some groups maybe you want to contact, Facebook groups or resources for reading, studying to learn more about your purpose and some of the things you need to know to be moving in your purpose. And then download the day 3 worksheet. It's on this page right here. Just go ahead and download that so you're ready to go and fill that out. And if you would, leave some comments below as you go through the challenge. Let me know how you're doing. This is day 3, you're kind of at the midway point. Let me know if you're having some challenges or struggles, or if you have any questions or comments, or any feedback would be very much appreciated. I do read all the comments in this comment section. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so day 3, we're going to talk about finding mentors and teachers to help you kind of smooth out that learning curve when you're moving into your purpose. Sometimes there's a lot of information, a lot of new stuff you're trying to learn, and mentors and teachers can really help you learn that quickly and get moving faster. We're also going to learn about how to prepare for the meeting with your mentor or teacher, what questions to ask, and how to get the most out of that meeting time. And then we're going to learn about how to follow up and follow through on the things that you talk about with your mentor and teacher, because you're probably going to come out of that meeting with some action items to put on your action item list and possibly some resources that you need to check out that will go on your resource list. So again, make sure that you're following through on those actions to keep moving forward in your purpose. Okay, so today we're talking about finding mentors and teachers. And sometimes we have some pride in us that says, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own and try to figure it out on my own. And it can really take a long time. I did that when I first started on my trek to find my purpose. And it probably took me a lot longer than it needed to because I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to learn it all myself. And I really struggled with that for quite a while. But once I figured out that, hey, it's okay to ask for help, and actually we should ask for help, because people are out there that really do want to help us live our dream life, live our purpose. So I kind of liken that to, if you remember the first day when you're on the job, when you're relating to a mentor or a teacher, that first day on the job, you probably had no clue what you were supposed to do. Maybe you did a little orientation or something like that, but really you're on the job, you're trying to learn how to do something, whether it be in a factory or in an office setting or in a sales career. You're trying to figure out how to do that job. Usually, if the company's really good, they'll put you with somebody that can train you and teach you how to do that job. So that's kind of a mentor-teacher mentality. They're teaching you how to do it more efficiently, more effectively. So your mentor or your teacher in your purpose can also help you be more effective and quickly get moving down the road to your purpose. It's really important that we learn from others because they have experience and insight, know-how, things that they've gone through in order to get where they're at, and they can really teach you how to do that quickly. It's not a fault if you have to ask for questions. You're not a bad person. You're not incompetent. You just don't know yet, so you're learning. So don't be afraid to ask for help because they really, really do want to help you. Successful people have traits and characteristics where they really want to help other people be successful as well. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help and mentors. That was one of my big kind of roadblocks when I first started and I had to get through. But once I did it, everything came a lot easier to me. Okay, so let's get started with the actual discovery questions to help you get hooked up with a mentor teacher to learn more about your passion and purpose and living that out every day. So discovery question number 1. Looking for mentors and teachers, these tools that you can use that are out there. Use the Google. Google is a huge resource to find people in your field. Facebook groups, what area you're interested in, and look for Facebook groups in those areas. There's websites for certain trades and certain industries, so make sure that you're checking those websites out and finding who's involved in those websites, who are the major contributors, how are they doing what they're doing. Social media is huge, obviously, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, those kind of things. Even ask people that you might know that are already working in that area. So for discovery question number 1, just go ahead and write down some areas where you're going to look to find potential mentors and teachers that are in your field of study or your area of interest. So go ahead and do that right now. Okay, now you've got some potential folks that could help mentor or teach you in your area of interest, your field of study, whatever your purpose is there. Put those names down on your resource list. The resource list is what we downloaded at the beginning of the challenge, so make sure you've got that handy. Put the names, put their email, their phone number, their address should be available, whether it's their office or home, probably more likely their office address. Websites and any online platforms that they may be contributing to, whether it be a social media site or maybe a website for a particular trade or industry. So make those notes in your resource guide. So you've got a list started, you're ready to go, and you can start reaching out to contact those folks. Okay, now you've got this list of people. How in the world are you going to get a hold of them? You've got some emails and addresses. Well, the best way to get a hold of somebody is if obviously you know that person directly, you can go in and talk to them or give them a call or set up a meeting. That would be the optimum situation where you already know you have a relationship with that person and they're going to help you. Another option is someone you know knows them, kind of a tier 2 type thing where you don't know them directly, but maybe a relative or friend or coworker knows that person and they would be willing to introduce you to that person. If you don't know them and you don't know somebody that knows them, you've got their phone number, their email, reach out to them, give them a call. They may not take your call, but leave them a message and usually they'll call you back. Or send them a quick email, tell them what you're thinking of, and you're looking for help. Make sure you're asking for help. You're asking for guidance, not trying to sell them something or anything like that. Make sure you're clear about your intentions with them and what you're trying to do. If they have an online community, join their online community because that's a good way to interact and see how they're interacting with others. A lot of times, folks will post different I want to say ads, but different ways to reach out to them, whether it be through email or through a website or other venues. So go ahead and in discovery statement number 3, write down some of the ways that you're going to contact these folks directly again or indirectly, and start making that list. Okay, so discovery statement number 4 is how you will actually contact them. You're going to go out and have a face-to-face meeting with them. You're going to talk to them on the phone. You're going to send them an email. You're going to interact with them on their blog. So those are just, again, goes back to the methods you're going to use, how to reach out, how to get a hold of them, and make sure that you're getting a good connection with that person. So write down on your action item list where you're going to contact, how you're going to contact, when you're going to contact these folks, and make sure you've got good details on there so you can track your progress. Now you've got a list of folks you're going to contact. What in the world do you want to talk to them about? Well, that's important. So this is what we're going to talk about in discovery statement number 5. Areas that you need their help with may include just getting started. What do I need to do to get my purpose rolling, get moving in the direction I want to go? If you're going to try and reach an audience, what does that audience look like? Help define it. Help define the group of people that you're trying to reach. Discover their needs. What are their needs, their unmet needs? Meaning your audience, what are they asking about? What are they searching for? So your mentor can help you define that. And then again, ways to reach them. What are the ways you can contact your audience? Is it social media? Is it an email? Is it doing a seminar? There's multiple ways that you can reach out. So again, those are just some areas that you may want to ask your mentor about. If there's other things that you're thinking about that you're not sure how to do, write those things down. This is where you get to tailor your questions to your meeting with your mentor or your teacher to teach you how to better reach your audience and define your purpose and get started going down that road. So down below here is a spot. Go ahead and type in your questions that you're going to ask your mentor so you've got it handy, you've got it ready, so when you meet with them, you are prepared. Okay, so now you've met with your mentor or your teacher. You've asked your questions. Now you may have some action items or some things you need to follow up on. So we're going to talk about follow through, and consistency and effort are keys here. So make sure that during your meeting you're taking good notes, you're listening, maybe probably more than you're talking. Make sure you're listening. Have your action item list and your resource list handy. Fill in those things out during your meeting or after if you're taking notes. Have your calendar ready so you can put your follow-up dates with your mentor or teacher on there, get those scheduled. And then there's this thing called an accountability partner. So your mentor's kind of your teacher, your person that's helping you walk through this. They may also be your accountability partner, but you may want to reach out to somebody to help you to help hold you accountable to your goals and that. If you start getting a little discouraged or you start getting frustrated, that's a person you want to pick up the phone and call, or maybe go grab a cup of coffee with and say, hey, I'm struggling here. Can you help me get my mindset back where it needs to be? You need to really own that yourself, but sometimes you need that external push or nudge, so to speak, to get you moving again. I've got accountability partners that really help me stay on track when I'm getting down and I kind of have a bad day. It's like, man, this isn't working the way it should. And it's like, hey, it's okay. We're still moving forward. We're still moving forward. That accountability partner is a key to your success as well. All right, so we're at the end of day 3. Let's recap what we've learned this week. First, we've learned how to find, locate teachers and mentors to help us find out what we want to do with our purpose and how to move in our purpose. We've learned how to prepare for those meetings with those folks, to make sure that we're asking good questions, we're listening really well while we're meeting with those folks, and then also follow through and follow up on the action items that come out of those meetings so we can keep that momentum and keep moving forward, and working with an accountability partner as well to try to keep that momentum, keep ourselves positive and in the right direction on those days where we're hitting a little bump in the road here and there. So again, if you would, please leave some comments below down in the day 3 section. I read every comment and I provide feedback if need be. But I'd really appreciate to see how you're doing. If you're having some challenges or questions, drop a note in there and I'll read it and respond. So thank you again for taking the time to look at day 3. And we'll talk about what's coming up in day 4. Okay, so now in day 4, we're going to talk about staying focused, because it is a challenge sometimes to stay focused. I know for me it is a lot of times to stay focused. It's really, I struggle with that, but it is something I've learned to overcome and how to deal with it. So we're going to talk about developing good habits to keep you focused. We're going to talk about eliminating distractions, and we're going to talk about remembering your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to do something different, or maybe move further down the road on your purpose? So those are all coming up in day 4. You'll see that in your inbox tomorrow. Again, I'm James Kruger with Premier Training and Personal Development, wishing you great success.